Well, hey there, everybody. Welcome to Shattered Dungeons. I hope your week's been well. For us, we have had an incredible week. We have officially broken the 50 follower mark. We are sitting currently at 55 followers, which is super awesome. And so to kick off this episode of Shattered Dungeons, we wanted to do just a little giveaway. So if you are a follower, you have been entered into this drawing. And in true fashion, I'm going to our show, I'm going to roll 1d55 to just basically figure out who gets what. So we're going to start with this, and then I have a couple of announcements, a couple thank yous, and then we'll get going. So first and foremost, we're going to give away 4 PDF copies of our player guide. So we hope you enjoy it when you get it. For those of you who are currently listening, thank you for listening. For those of you saying hateful things in the chat, thank you as well. So the first roll is 21, which according to our follower, Falco1029, gets a copy, which is awesome. Our next roll is 39, which is Wickenwolf25. Our roll after that is 47, which translates to Jacob J. And then our last roll for the PDF copy of the book. Oh, look, it's Jam 5 Princess. Congratulations, Jam 5 Princess. Huge shout out to you. You just got a PDF copy of the book. For those of you who don't know, Jam 5 Princess helped write the book. So there's that. The next thing we're going to give away is a copy of some artwork. And as I unfurl this is a Shattered Dawn Arcmaster art. And this will go to Jado Live. Congratulations on the artwork. The next item we are giving away is a player guide artwork. Jam 5 Princess is currently wanting to donate his copy of the PDF. That's not how this works. The player guide artwork goes to MRuss8956. And Jam 5, if you're for show about the donation of the PDF guide, I will totally do that if you would like. All right, this last thing, I'm going to put it behind me so people can kind of see the awesomeness that is our official map poster. This is probably my favorite piece of artwork, and I just love maps, so deal with it. And in regards to our map poster, that will be going to Mr. Ozostro himself. Congratulations, Mr. Ozostro. Huge shout out to him as well. He has definitely been a huge help. For those of you who don't know what Pod 6 Gaming is, check it out. He's heavily involved in that, helping create that community. It's an awesome community. Definitely join it, check it out, join their Discord. Check out their team as they game. This is this is the last PDF guide donated by Jam 5 Princess. And I really want it to go back to Jam 5 Princess. I feel like that's the right thing to have happen. All right, so this is 34, which is Half-Eaten Fry. Half-Eaten Fry, congratulations. Woo! you have not only eaten half of a fry, you have also gotten a PDF copy of this book. So what we're going to do is send whispers out via Twitch. If we have people that don't respond, we'll kind of keep on going. To answer Jam 5 Princess's statement, that is Fry from Futurama. So I hope that goes well. It's only like the lower half of Fry from Futurama. So big shout out to everyone who has supported, who has listened, who has watched. Thank you so much. This is not possible without your support, without your help. And for those of you who don't really watch a lot of Twitch and all that fun stuff, we now have the option to subscribe to our channel. And what that does is basically take your subscription amount. We have 3 different tiers, and that goes directly into producing this show. That's web hosting for the podcast files, that's website, that's equipment and hardware so we can improve the stream. So definitely, if you have the opportunity to support the stream in subscription or via Patreon, please do so. It is a super huge thing. Reckless Fury, thank you for subscribing at tier 1. It is much appreciated. So that is our giveaway. The next thing we want to talk about is really just an initiative to help develop this community. One of the things that we're going to be doing is developing a public Discord, and we will post links to that to literally every social media thing that we can possibly post to. And it looks like Reckless Fury is just continuously gifting tier 1 subscriptions to literally as many people as he possibly can. Thanks, Reckless Fury. Thank you guys again. This has been a super huge deal to us. This is something that the Shattered Dawn is something that we put together several years ago now, and to see a community start being developed around not only this game but the people who are playing it is super huge, and it's one of those things that it's a dream that just kind of started. We put some effort into it, and it's kind of been continually growing, which is really cool to see. So we'd love to hear your Shattered Dawn stories, for you guys playing or you guys doing your own thing. Maybe some character ideas. Join our forums on our website and post them there. We would love to see that stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and start this show. For those of you who don't know what Shattered Dawn is, it is a tabletop role-playing game. Shattered Dungeons, the show, is basically us playing Shattered Dawn and being terrible on the internet for everybody to see. So we hope you enjoy it. This is Shattered Dungeons. This evening, we will be playing with a smaller party than normal. We have heard some good and bad news from some of our teammates. Edward is currently fulfilling a lifelong dream, and then Forrester is having to deal with some personal issues. So this evening, we have Jordan, who will be playing Reg.
Hello, I'm Reg. Who are you?
I'm your Archmaster, David. We have Dion playing Caden.
Hello.
And then we have Lauren playing Pax.
I feel like I've just woken up from a long dream.
And for those of you paying attention to our storyline, that is indeed the truth. So we pick it up in the city of Koldir. To recap what's happened from the last couple of sessions, the group was abducted, taken to the dreaded vampire establishment, Castle Morvale. They were able to escape with the help of the head of the Morvale vampires. They escaped heading towards Mivra, stopped off outside of Violca, the city the Emerald Guardsmen are centered in, and Pax and Messena were abducted by Silver Shadow. For those of you who don't know, the Silver Shadow employed the Emerald Guardsmen and have really been a thorn in the party's side since they discovered a very important artifact. The abduction of Messena and Pax led the rest of the group to an ogre lair, where they proceeded to not only lay waste to the people who abducted Pax and Messena, they also decided the ogre needed to jump in as well, and it was just crazy. They barely escaped with their lives, but all of their enemies were destroyed. So we pick it up from there. The Silver Shadow has been found to be the root of all of the troubles the group has experienced. You met with the head of a family of vampires living in Castle Morvale, and a known associate of the Emerald Guardsmen in the Silver Shadow. His name is Theron von Odolph. He is the master of Castle Morvale. He wishes to see you deal with the Silver Shadow, and upon escaping with his help, as well as rescuing Pax and Messena from the Silver Shadow abductors, the group heads east to Mivra to find the Vasilician Legacy. After leaving Kuldir, the road is quite empty. Along the road you stop off in Barsuli for the night. In the morning, Messena is confronted by a courier. She's being summoned to the port city of Shindor to attend to some business her family has summoned her for. Mr. Business opts to go with her to protect her, and says that he will meet up with the rest of the group in the city of Mivra. Parting ways for a brief time, the rest of the group heads toward Mivra, planning to meet up with Messena and Mr. Business there. The road through the spine of Dalnain, the mountains Mivra is built into, is windy and treacherous. After some time, a valley opens up and you see the grand city of Mivra, built into one of the mountainsides overlooking the tributaries that run along the border between Dalnain and Dermahad. The city guards welcome you as you pass through Mivra's gate. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and just go out on a limb and say we're going to change our scene here so that those watching can actually engage in what is happening. So, I will point our players to the top left corner of the map, and I will zoom out so we have a little bit more of an idea of what's going on here. So, the three of you enter the city of Mivra and are met with a bunch of Sol Ethel soldiers. It's important to note that Mivra is the capital of Dalnain, as well as the heart of the Sol Ethel heritage. Mivra is the city where Mivra herself was exiled and stood in opposition to the Nor Ethel centuries ago. So, what do you guys do?
Hey, have you guys ever been to Mivra before?
I feel like I've probably played some shows here. Traveling circuses travel, after all.
You know, I traveled through here once, and these was the nicest people I ever met. They literally was dancing in the street and just throwing gold at me and everyone. And, you know, that's how I was able to afford to actually make it out to Kuldir. So I'm really hoping there's more of that free gold and dancing, because it was a pretty enjoyable experience, all things considered.
I've never been here before, but how have I not heard about this free gold?
I don't know. I was just as surprised as you.
Reg, your mother seemed delightful. You take after your dad, do you?
Oh, you mean that she ain't no dog off? Yeah. Oh, I can see the trouble because I call her mom, and you think the same mom that had you. No, that's kind of different. She took me in, you see, when I arrived at Kuldir. She's not my real mom. She didn't want to kill me, so yeah, there's that.
And the other
Bare minimum.
ones
She didn't want
wanted
to kill you.
Yeah, it's kind of a long story, but let's just say the familial bonds aren't exactly strong.
So wait. The last time you were here, they threw gold at you, but they also wanted to kill you, or that was somewhere else?
Oh no, I just met my Dargoth mom wanted to kill me, so
I got you.
so my mom Horkath, the one you met, she's a good mom, and the other one not so much.
Got it. Yes, she seemed like a lovely person.
She is a delight.
So, Reg, would you like to ask some people, introduce yourself to some of these people around?
It is what I like to do best, yes.
You do.
Excuse
and you
me,
do it
hello,
so well.
sir. How is you? My name is Reg. What is yours?
My name is Jivra, and you are quite large in stature.
Oh, thank you. That's very kind.
Is there something you are doing here in the city that you need help with?
We is looking to find some people. Hold on, let me check my notes real quick.
Reg pulls out a very large. It's almost like a bunch of papers just loosely, not quite rolled into themselves, but they're bound with like a loose, small, like twine. But they're scattered everywhere. But it makes sense to him. He knows what he's looking for.
Okay, so let's see here. We was a cold here, them silver guys, them green guys. My mom's name's Horkath. That's a good one to keep. Unhelpful vampire man. Oh, here it is. We is looking for the Vasilisian legacy, if you know what that is.
The Vasilisian legacy. You'll
What you
be
said,
hard. Yes, you'll be hard pressed to find them. You see, they're wanted for murder.
Oh wait, what now?
Indeed, their whole building has been quarantined. They're in suspect for several murders that have happened throughout the city. Several nobles.
That did not sound like the fellows we was told to meet. Is there someone in charge of the quarantine that we could speak with?
Indeed, the spell. I forget what their order is called, but they're posted right outside the building. It's in the northeast of the city.
Northeast.
Indeed.
Does they look like something in particular? Like, would they stand out?
It's the only building in town that has a portal you walk through to get into it. It should be fairly obvious.
I can't say I've done that before. Neat. Let's go.
It is quite interesting.
But it was a pleasure meeting you. Once again, my name's Reg. Good to see you later. Bye.
It was a pleasure meeting you as well.
Oh, that's very nice. Thank you. He's a good fella.
Well, he seemed nice.
Well, I told you, these people here is very friendly.
They're not showering you with gold, however.
Oh, yeah, I was meaning to ask you, the last time I came through here, there was lots of people dancing and people just throwing gold at me, saying like, oh, here's some gold, and it was really neat. Did we miss it today?
I believe what you're referring to is one of our festivals we have every year. That is a single-day event, I'm afraid. We are very well gifted in the city of Mivra. However, we are not that rich, for most of us, I should say.
Is it coming up anytime soon? Or is it like a long ways away?
It's quite a long ways away.
Oh, darn it. Sorry,
Next time.
Caden, I tried. Alright, so we's going north and east. I know north means that way. Which way is east again? I always get them. Is it your left or your right?
It depends on what way you're facing.
Oh, I see what you do there. That's a clever one. Pax, Thanks. Could you lead the way? I'm not good at this.
Sure. Thank you, sir.
Indeed. Have a fine evening.
Do we want to talk to any other people or just go find this building with the portal?
You're more than welcome to talk to other people. As you kind of stare throughout the city, the rest of the town seems to be not wandering about the city streets. It's as though many people know that there are murders happening. So
maybe we should just... I honestly don't know which way is up on this map.
North is up.
North is up. Northeast, he said?
Yep.
Yep.
So, this way.
Indeed. Now, looking down this kind of road, you notice that it goes into the edge of what appears to be some sort of agricultural building. There is a small kind of road just north of it, but it's very narrow. It's almost like a back alley. Mm-hmm. The main road is more to the south, and you can see one of the guys with a horse-drawn carriage carrying some supplies in front of you heading south towards what you assume to be the city gate. I mean, the town square, not the city gate.
Back alley or down the middle?
I can't say I'd feel too comfortable trying to squeeze between people's houses and, just in case I break something.
All right.
Can you imagine you're walking through the alley and the whole wall just caves in? Oops, sorry!
Yeah, don't think we'd make the best impression then.
All right. Can I roll to see if I have any knowledge of this city from the last time I was here with the circus?
Yeah, definitely. It's a potency check.
I'm gonna put some potency into this. Maybe like 100.
Cool. 120 is well worth your while there. You recall some of the tour stops in your days from the circus. The city was a highlight of your performing career. You performed for a lot of nobility. You performed for a lot of esteemed people. The thing that you noticed most is the performance was held in kind of like the town square just outside the castle. The castle, though, you did get a quick tour of. The castle is built into the mountainside, and so the rest of the city is built around this entryway into the castle. The town square, there's an azure gate that sits just off center. If you're looking at the castle to the right. And for those of you looking at the map, it is right here in the kind of the southwest center of the map. So that's where the Azure Gate is.
Guys, this may be PTSD talking, but if they's got killers running around, we should probably keep our guards up, right?
For sure.
Do we want to do the tingles or no tingles?
Reg is asking
tingles.
if you guys would like to make him tingly.
Yes.
All right.
Caden, do you want to do that? Or do you want me to? Wards.
So the...
I would like you to, because then I don't have to heal up.
Okay.
You don't mind.
Yep, I can do it. Yep, I just have barely enough potency to do that. Wards for everyone.
Around.
And the wards are slightly different.
Yes, for those of you who got the updated copy of the PDF, instead of 40 points of armor rating, it's 10 points of armor rating for minor award.
Oh.
Everything else is the same.
Okay.
Well, it still awards 40 points.
Oh, I
It
got
only
you.
lasts 10 turns now. You
Okay.
can't be warded indefinitely anymore.
Okay.
Oh.
All right.
Well, let's just keep that in our back pockets then.
All right. Well, let's. So we're warded, yes?
Yes, for 10 turns.
Okay.
It's about a minute. So as you continue down the alleyway, you notice there are a lot more guards, Reg, than you remember seeing last time, and they're kind of posted at strategic points in the city, places where there are back alleys or major intersections of road. And so to your north, as you're on your left, as you're walking down this stretch of road, you do notice two guards kind of flanking what appears to be some homes, kind of common areas, some back alley farmways, stuff like that. So to the northeast, you can follow that tiny alleyway. You can go south, which will basically lead you kind of to where the town square is.
We're trying to go northeast, though, correct?
Correct.
Excuse me, hello. My name is Reg. We's heading to that legacy building to talk to the people doing the quarantine. I'm kind of a big fella. I worry that I might wreck your nice city if I walk through that little alley. Do you think it's safe, or should we try and go a different way?
He looks at you and kind of just sighs in disappointment. He simply says, "Look, you can go that way. You can go that way. You will not wreck a building."
I mean, you don't know my life, but okay.
If you are that unlucky, then go the longer route.
Okay, gang. I'll kind of leave this up to you. I'll do whatever. I'll just go feel bad if it goes wrong, is all.
We can go the longer route.
See
I
the
don't see-
sights.
Well, how tight is the area? Are you trying to squeeze through here?
Yeah.
Why don't we go up? Can we go up around this way?
Yeah.
Are you talking about up and around the back alley?
Yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
mind if we come around this way then instead? Be a little less intrusive.
He just looks at you and shrugs his shoulders.
Okay.
I think we're good, Reg.
I do ask the guards though as we're passing through here. Are you guys posted here specifically looking for someone?
No, we're just here to keep the peace.
Yeah,
And we
heard
thank
some-
you for it.
We heard you guys had some problems with some killings. Is that right?
Is that a threat, Dargoth?
Oh no, I don't. The guard Givra at the gate there said that there had been some problems and you guys locked some folks up. That's all. I was just making conversation.
Well, best to keep that to yourself then.
Okay.
Maybe we move along, gentlemen?
Okay, have a nice day. Sorry I made you mad. I didn't mean to. Come on, buddy Caden, let's go.
Caden, was there anything else you wanted to state to the guard at all?
No, they're rude. I'm ready. Their patience is low.
True. And so you kind of walk through the northern part of the city. You can see up above you there's Mivra guard archers patrolling the city wall. About halfway down, you see the wooden staircase leading up to the castle wall. Below it, to the south, there are some small houses. Most of the area you're walking is kind of like muddy, dirty. It's not the well-kept, most traveled area. This is definitely a classic back alleyway used for trash, and there are dogs and other sorts of critters running around, pets, what have you.
These people do seem to be a little less friendly than I remember and a bit on edge because of them killings. I don't want to spook anyone, so maybe I'll just follow behind you so I'm not the first thing they see when we come up.
Sure.
So you guys, go ahead.
When we get to this building, what's our plan?
I figure we just talk to the guy that's locking them in and be like, hey, what's going on? I don't know, maybe we can help or something.
Okay. What is this guy right here? Sorry.
That's actually like a scarecrow.
Oh, neat.
Oh, hello there. I'm Reg.
Reg is talking to the scarecrow.
You can't talk, you just draw.
Oh my goodness, that's funny.
Off the bat, do we think that these legacy boys is murdering people? I mean, the nice vampire man told us we could trust him.
Maybe someone did something posing as them, or maybe the vampire man is getting us in trouble. I don't know.
I mean, if he wanted us in trouble, he could have just left us to die.
True.
Looks like this is going to be tighter than the other spot for you, Reg.
I'm gonna just suck it in and think thin thoughts.
I think you can just
Maybe you can
duck
climb the roof.
underneath. There you go.
Yeah. So Reg ducks under one of the overhanging roof parts of one of the homes that kind of butts up against the city wall. As you round the corner into what appears to be another little area, you notice a couple things
I didn't want to go there yet.
Oh, sorry. Do you want to back up and tell me what you do leading into it?
Are we being sneaky?
I was trying to be sneaky.
Okay, so Pax, lay your sneak on us.
Sneak. Is just a roll?
Oh, if you're actually trying to hide,
Wait,
then
hold on.
yeah, go ahead and... I was just saying, describe what you're doing as you enter this area.
No, I'm just coming up to the edge of this building here and peering around the edge to try to get an idea of what we're about to walk into.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a sneak check. You gain a plus 25 because, well, that doesn't help you at all.
Okay.
With a masterful roll of a natural 13, you poke your entire body outside you just walk around the corner and like, oh crap, and then kind of backpedal a little bit trying to sneak. So as you round the corner, you notice a couple of things. There are two battle mages that are clearly part of the Mivra outside of the Vasilician Legacy's gate portal into their building. There's a wood pile outside of the building, which almost looks like they are prepared to start, just executing people via fire. You're not entirely sure what's going on there, but you can see why people may be on edge here in the city. Just south of that, still in front of the building, you notice two people. One is clad in very nice robes and looks to be a very seasoned user of the potent arts. The other one is almost a mirror of him, but clad in the Mivra battle mage clothes. You kind of hear them bickering over something, though you're not entirely sure what. They're trying to express their anger towards one another without drawing too much attention to their engagement. So what do you three do?
What race are they, by the way?
They are both Soul Ethel.
Okay. keep that in my mind. Can Reg try and take a listen with sneak or no?
Are you going to try and sneak up closer to them?
I just want to know if he can pick up their conversation.
Not from this distance. Like I said, they're trying to be very quiet. You know how you have those arguments with maybe your spouse or someone that you know very well, and it's like, it's very heated, but it's almost like a whisper argument? That's what they're having right now.
Ah, good times. Okay, guys, should we... I feel like these aren't the kind of guys we want to sneak up on, because if we startle them, they might get a little bit killy. So
I agree. Let's just go up and introduce ourselves.
But
See how it goes.
give him the old Reg
Cautiously.
hello.
Pax does provide some wisdom in saying enter the engagement cautiously.
oh,
Definitely.
the Archmaster just gave us some advice. What if... Does it make any sense for us to not all three of us roll up on them at the same time?
Yeah, just follow up and let's just casually stroll up and introduce ourselves and say hi. That way we're not intimidating, and we'll be prepared if something goes awry.
There you go. So as the group nears, you kind of overhear just the tail end of their conversation. The battle mage lieutenant says, "Look, Vond, this is what's going to happen. Your people are on trial for a murder. They have to be dealt with swiftly by order of our queen." And then the person clearly named Vond responds, "If you harm one of my researchers, we will end all of your acolytes." And at that moment, you walk up and they both kind of sense your presence and turn around to greet you. The lieutenant greets you first. What do we have here? Who are you? Why are you here?
Hello, I'm Reg. This is my buddies, Caden and Pax.
Hello.
Hello.
Who is you?
I am one of the battle mage lieutenants here in Mivra, and I am solely responsible for the investigation of the murders plaguing our wonderful city. The murders caused by Vond's wonderful organization. Vond glares at the battle mage lieutenant and doesn't quite fully exclaim, but he is definitely not excited. He simply states, "If you say one more thing about my organization again, I will end you, and I mean it this time." And the lieutenant responds, "This is what I'm talking about. This is literally the reason why you are suspected for this murder."
Okay, so hello again. Not to get in the middle of what you're doing, but I'm about to get in the middle of what you're doing. So we was on our way to actually meet with these legacy folks. We have some questions about some other stuff, some other business, no big deal. But since we heard that there happened to have been some killings and you got an investigation going, we thought maybe we could offer our services in trying to help clear the matter up. Maybe, you get an impartial third-party thing going on or something. Who knows? Who knows where? Maybe we could find a good place.
Vond, I think that might be a good solution to our problem. You see, newcomers, my entire guard is stretched thin trying to make sure the city is held safe. Vond, however, does not like the idea of us investigating not only his building and organization, but also his own people. So if we could have a completely neutral third party involved in this investigation, I'm sure it would help everybody involved. and should he be proven guilty, or his organization proven guilty, they will be dealt with the way the Queen has demanded. He glares again at Vaughn. Vaughn says, yes, I would greatly appreciate you taking the time to investigate this. It would be wonderful to have a third set of eyes on the situation. He glares back at the lieutenant. So,
Yeah, it sounds. We wouldn't mind at all.
the lieutenant basically lays the whole situation out for you. He says that there are murders happening. They are magical-based murders. Many people have died up to this point. It's been a couple of weeks now. And they have not been able to pinpoint exactly who, but the magical nature of it indicates that it is someone involved with the Vasilician Legacy research team.
Now, you say that as if it is definite. My follow-up question, because I've only been here once, and I kind of got confused how the things work, because you guys was throwing gold everywhere, and apparently that's not something that happens every day. Disappointment. Anywho.
You're talking about the Festival of the Phoenix, the lieutenant says, and that happens once a year. I can't believe you think that happened every day.
Well, I mean, the guy, the guard at the front kind of helped me get an understanding of what was going on. I was new. I don't know you people.
Well,
So you're saying, okay, so there's magic-related murders, right?
Indeed.
And so that was what made you think it must be these gentlemen and his friends, right?
Indeed.
So they the only people in this city that does magic?
They're the only ones that are outside the jurisdiction of the Mivra military.
So what I'm not hearing is a yes. So there is a possibility, however remote, that it could be an outside person.
Possibly, but we have no other spellcasters that could perform such outrageous killings using such advanced spells.
could you tell us what the researchers were researching?
Vond steps forward and says, indeed I can. We've been performing many different rituals, trying to advance the arcane here in our lands. We currently have been performing 2 different rituals within the halls of the Vasilician Legacy. The first one has been on a young black dragon. We've been trying to figure out how to bypass his natural scale armor to inflict wounds directly onto his essence, making it easier to overcome such monstrous creatures. The other we've been working on is trying to make a much simpler method of resurrection. You see, resurrection takes a great toll on not only the caster, but the one being resurrected. And so our goal is to make it a more commonplace thing to try and advance our society.
Of course, raising the dead. Who wouldn't want to do that?
Yeah, those are some both very cool and very disturbing things.
In the pursuit of greatness, I assure you.
So, you said the way the people was dying was pretty extreme. Can you give us some examples to go by?
The lieutenant chimes in. They've been every manner of magical school. There have been fireballs that explode and then freeze. There have been almost as though their bodies shrivel up instantaneously. There was one where a portal opened underneath them, and they fell from hundreds of feet in the air. It's as though the portal was opened up to the sky and they were just left to fend for themselves as they descended to Erethe's surface. They are pretty gruesome.
And Mr. Was it Vox, Van, something? I didn't write it down, I'm sorry.
Vond with a D at the end.
Vond. Okay, I'll try and remember that the next time. Write it down.
So who stands to gain something by if your researchers were slowed down or in some way delayed from their ability here, hampered?
Well, that's the interesting thing. We're all quarantined right now, and yet there has still been another murder. It's as though whoever it is doing this didn't realize we had been quarantined.
Huh. What you got to say about that, Mr. Battle Mage, Captain Sir?
Look, I've seen some incredible things in my time. I don't put it past them to be able to leave their binds within the halls of the Vasilison Legacy facility and commit another murder to try and wipe their slate clean.
Yeah, but you could also see how it also could support the idea that it's not them, right?
Indeed, but we have no other leads. Should you provide us with other leads, we would gladly pursue them.
Sure, well, that's what we're here for.
I got a question because I'm not so up on the all the magic-y things. Usually, from the people I've met that use potent powers and whatnot, I think is the word, they kind of stick to one or two areas of expertise. Like I like to heal myself, or maybe do, some fire or some ice, that sort of thing. Or actually, I haven't really met that many magic people now that I think about it. But they don't do that many things that he's talking about. What are the odds that all of those is happening from like one person in there? That seems kind of far-fetched.
The lieutenant responds, "That's exactly why I'm holding the whole organization accountable."
Odd.
And all of
You think they're all in cahoots?
Indeed. I think given the opportunity, they would gladly overthrow our current ruler in pursuit of their own ways. They've held the knowledge of the Mivra matriarchy for years and years, and to be just a portion of the nobility here in town, but subservient to the queen herself, that would make anyone want to, with the right push, overthrow the government.
Do you mind if we go inside?
I'm afraid you're not allowed inside.
Is there any way we could talk to some of the peoples? I don't know how you guys do your thing.
Well, let's do this. We're still in the midst of trying to make sure that we have a secure perimeter around these people. Once we've secured them, we can go ahead and offer you the opportunity to question them. However, until such time, why don't you try and see if there's anyone else who may have motive here in the city to conduct such heinous crimes?
Okay, Mr. Vaughn, can I ask you one more quick question?
Pax is pacing around the pile of wood that is clearly ready to be burned and people thrown into it.
She's itching for some action.
She's ready to stab. Reg, what did you say?
So, Mr. Vaughn, in my travels, I have seen that there's items, things that happen to have the magic in them. For instance, I've got this cool crossbow that shoots ice instead of arrows. It's pretty neat. I'm not very good at it yet, but give me some time. We'll see what I can do. Is there any chance that these things isn't coming from a person, but maybe some stuff? Like somebody using some stuff for bad?
Vaughn responds, "While it's entirely plausible, I highly doubt that any of our researchers would do such a thing. You see, most of the items that we have in the facility our books. Anything that is made or created is mostly via summoning spells, so they degrade over time anyhow.
But I mean, I don't mean. I'm sorry if you thought I was saying is this how you're doing it or anything like that. I mean to say, if you want us to back you up on that, it's somebody out there. It's hard to think that it's some one person with all these different powers, but could it be somebody with a couple of different strong items? Is that
indeed, it is quite possible. It's quite possible that it could be another organization or an individual. Who knows? But I assure you that it is not our organization. Our organization holds loyalty not only to the Queen, but to the matriarchy itself, and ultimately to the Aeluan Patriarchy. We would never do anything to upset that balance, and we would never do anything to overthrow the Queen whom which we serve.
You wouldn't happen to have heard of the Silver Shroud or them Emerald, what's the names? God's Boys, something like that.
Emerald Guardsmen.
Thank you, Pax.
The Emerald Guardsmen, yes. And they've been hired as mercenaries here in Dalnain for many different projects, some of which I've seen firsthand. Not the brightest, but effective for young mercenaries. The Silver what now?
Silver Shadow.
Aye, the Silver Shadow. Now that's an organization that carries some clout. You see, the Silver Shadow is an organization of assassins. Why do you bring them up?
Well, we told you that we was sent here to speak with you, and that is true. And the reason is there is something that the two of them is after. They're looking to get up to no good. And
we've had some run-ins with them.
They attacked Coldia. It was not very nice. Maybe I don't know if you guys heard about that or anything.
Interesting. And who sent you to speak with me?
Are we in just earshot of him?
Hold 1 second, Lieutenant. I believe we've done what we can here. I would implore you to give me my leave. You know where I will be found. I seem to need to speak with these outsiders and give them my side of the story. The lieutenant kind of looks you guys up and down, looks at Vaughn and says, "You know where the quarantine is. I expect you to be there within an hour's time. I'll come checking, and if you are not there, your entire organization burns." Vaughn bows and says, "Of course."
Don't worry, we'll be easy to spot.
The battle mage lieutenant kind of wanders back towards the castle. He's talking with some other people. Now Vaughn turns to you and kind of encourages you to walk closer to the wall a little bit, just to kind of get a little bit more intimate, so that you guys can talk a little bit more freely without the other battle mage guards overhearing. And he simply says, "Now I must know, who sent you to speak with me? It's direly important I know this."
Yeah, let me look at shifting through papers again. Theron Vol. Oh, geez, it got all scribbly after that. He's a nice vampire man. He was up at the Morvale Knights, them folk.
You were at Castle Morvale?
Yeah, it was nice until it wasn't.
We were guests, if you will.
No one is
Against our
guests
will.
in Castle Morvale save the vampires themselves.
Well, we were guests.
Yeah, you remember how I said we knows the emeralds and the shadows? Those guys, they took us there. Against our will, like you said.
So the Emerald Guardsmen and the Silver Shadow were invited to be guests of Castle Morvale and the vampires there?
Kind of.
They didn't seem to be very friendly.
It was more
Theron
like
von
they were...
Odolf. Have you heard of this man?
Reg, do you have any notes on him?
What was the name again? I couldn't hear. I'm sorry.
Theron von Odolf.
That actually might have been what I was trying to. I've got Theron, and then
Is he the
king vampire? That's what I was trying to-
patriarch of
Oh
the
my.
vampire family there?
He's the one that freed us.
What did he send you here with?
Well, we got
Horses.
this little. Well, yes, there's cinnamon, licorice, and vanilla. They's very nice.
Aw, Reg, you're precious.
Oh, I forgot to tell you the names. I am so sorry. I will have to
You did.
apologize.
That's okay.
We
It's
sidetracked from the point at hand. I have limited time.
Oh, right. Yes, you got
Yes, Theron von Odolf gave us our liberty and sent us to you.
What a peculiar turn of events.
We've got this lantern that those boys want real bad, and
Who is Odolf to you?
He is the head of the Morvale vampire family. He is not
Yes.
someone to be reckoned with, and he has
No.
been here for just as long as our organization has.
Okay.
Oh my. What did
He
he
said-
send you here with? What item are you talking about?
Is
The
this,
same item we came to him with.
Which is?
I think we might as well tell him. We don't really
Okay.
got a lot of time. Who has
Go for it,
by the
Rich.
way? I knew Mr. Business was holding it before, but I would assume he left it with us.
That
Oh,
was
I thought
not
he still had it.
specified, so he probably still has it. But good news is he's supposed to meet up with you guys, so you can kind of do the groundwork.
We don't currently have it on us, so if you have ulterior motives, you can forget them now. However, it was a lion head totem.
Do you
It
speak of
does.
the Lion's Head Soul Siphon?
Yes, the soul
That's the
siphon.
thing.
Then the worst is coming to pass as I have seen. All right. You seek knowledge on the Lion's Head Soul Siphon, and I imagine that Odolf sent you here with that mission in mind. I know not why, however, maybe for his own nefarious purposes, but I assure you, we do have text on the Soul Siphon. Now, I would be happy to share such knowledge with you. However, we cannot get into my building. You will have to clear our name and our organization before I can hand you such information.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Since Mr. Angry ain't around, is there someone that you guys might think would be trying to take you down?
Well, now with this information, I do believe it may be either the Morvale vampires, which sounds doubtful now that I'm thinking about it, but it could be the Silver Shadow. They're an assassin organization, first and foremostly. Secondly, if Odolf sent you here, I would imagine that their spies or whatever operatives they have may have overheard or come to think that you are heading here to speak with us. If that's the case, they might be trying to shut our organization down or kill us by a very deceptive means, which would make sense using the Queen and her guard against us. I think it's them.
The Silver Shadow.
Indeed. I can't act outright. Any action I take will immediately send my organization to their end. But you are simply outsiders in the city of Mivra. You can accidentally walk wherever you please, and you will get but a slap on the wrist, save harming anybody. I would encourage you, try and find the Silver Shadow here in the city. There have to be operatives somewhere. There has to be someone who is either eyes and ears for them, or maybe trying to recruit people here in the city. Talk to some of the locals, see what you can find. If we can end their presence here and prove that they have set us up, then we should be able to help prevent what the Silver Shadow is trying to do.
Okay.
I pretended to join the Emerald Guardsmen at one point. I could see if the Silver Shadow will recruit me.
People of your skills should be welcome. However, they probably do know your faces.
Yeah,
Well.
kind of hard to hide.
Indeed.
If you had to guess is a good place to start poking around, since you know the city pretty well, I expect, where would you poke?
The town square are some of the back alleys. The town square has the most people in it and will be the easiest to bump into, many people. The back alleyways, you'll probably find some local hooligans trying to join or prove themselves to the organization. I would encourage you to start in those two locations. Now, I must leave and prepare the rest of my researchers for what end may come to them. So, make haste. Prove our innocence, and we shall put an end to the Silver Shadow. Farewell.
Good luck.
He walks back into his portal and teleports into the Silician Legacy building. So, you're faced with two options.
Town Square?
Yep. Town Square is to the south, basically right outside of the castle.
So, I have an idea, and you're gonna have to stop me if it's dumb, because
Okay.
it very well could be.
Tell us.
So we now expect that the Silver Boys are here, and they're listening, and they're after us. They're after the lion thingy. What if we lay a trap by going into the town square like we don't know they're here, and just be like, "Oh man, you guys should see this lion thing I've got. I'll only show it to you someplace over here in secret, and then see if they follow us."
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I think that's just
I mean-
signaling immediately that we're setting up a trap.
Oh, you see, that's why.
Not if you really sell it.
Oh, I miss Mr. Business. He would do good at that.
I don't know. Maybe we could act like we're trying to sell the lion head totem, like we're trying to get rid of it.
You think? What if someone wants to see it though? That's the problem.
Well, that's just it. I don't think that they would believe that we were trying to sell it, given we had ample opportunity to fork it over when our lives were on the line.
Your lives were on the
you know what
line?
we could do? We could casually walk and talk about the lion's head totem in a kind of hushed voice as we go and make our rounds through the city, looking for clues and interviewing people.
Okay.
Wait a minute. He was talking about, and I mean, we've seen it a few times. They know who he is, right?
Indeed.
Right.
What if I give him? We go into the town square, and I play. I pretend to be a little dumb and introduce myself to everyone.
I love that plan.
Very loudly letting people know Reg is here.
Well, they know. You don't think they already know?
Well, I mean, if they don't, we could get their attention. But maybe there's a place you two could hide off to the side where if I start getting followed, we can spring a trap and get them. I don't know. I'm just trying to come up with something.
I guess I could walk around with Reg if you want to. You can hang back and see if you can spot a tail.
Okay. Sounds good.
You want to try that? See if you can find anybody that seems to be overly interested in us too.
Yeah,
Sure.
The buddy system gets a little flawed when there's only 3 of us.
Boys are stinky anyway.
Well, I showered last week, thank you kindly.
So you walk towards the south. Some of the narrower alleyways open up. Some of the buildings start framing out a more open area. As you look to the south, you notice there's a fountain, there's a statue, there's a more grand kind of monument over towards the west a little ways. All of this is right in front of the major kind of bridge entryway into the side of the mountain that leads to Castle Mivra. There are people hawking their wares. There's a farmer to your left as you walk by. There's guards outside, posted outside some of the businesses. A lot of the businesses appear to be boarded up, and merchants are selling rather on the street than inside the building, probably for safety's sake, so that they can not only be seen and have alibis like, oh yeah, I'm not the murderer, but also as a means of protecting them from being murdered inside a building. Everyone, like I said, is still kind of on edge, but it could be worse. So you guys can kind of move your tokens and characters where you would like.
I'm gonna hang back and sort of hug the buildings.
Okay.
Hello, everybody. I'm Reg. Who are you?
Reg walks up to a cart where there's a farmer kind of dealing out some wares and vegetables and things like that. The Solethal worker just kind of turns to you and looks you up and down, turns back and gets back to what he's doing, unloading the cart. The Ducerison farmer says, "Ayu! You're a big boy, aren't you?"
Oh, thank you. You guys are so kind over here. What you got going on here?
A couple of things. Would you like some fresh vegetables? Some fruits, maybe? We have some wheat as well. Fresh picked.
Ooh, Caden, you want to get some yummy snacks?
Yeah, you know what type of fruits do you have? I could do some sweet.
We have tomatoes. They're technically a fruit. And let's see, we have all sorts of good stuff. I'll look in here. We have some grapes, some blueberries, some raspberries, lots of berries.
Can I get a bunch of them grapes?
For you, a big boy. Here, take this. That'll be 1 gold.
There you go.
You hand him a gold crown, and he gives you a very large amount of grapes.
Oh, this is gonna be good. Caden, do you want anything? It's definitely on me.
I'll just eat what you're holding.
Oh, okay.
You got quite a few there. I don't need, but I just need a little something to wet my whistle and put a little taste in my mouth.
So, these are delicious. Thank you. I know this is gonna sound like a dumb question, because obviously, but you haven't noticed anything particularly strange going on, have you?
You're talking about the murders?
Well, yeah.
I mean, that's pretty strange if you ask me. People dying, strange ways too.
Yeah, have you seen anything yourself, or is it just more like, I heard this thing happen?
I seen something. I think I seen something real interesting. Maybe a few gold could allow me to part with some information, some may say.
I think we could oblige that if you want.
I think he's just trying to take your money.
I promise what you want to hear. It's worth it.
Can we, is there any way to tell if he's BSing us?
I mean, you can roll a speechcraft check.
We believe him.
You can tell he is telling the truth. He is not a very good liar.
Well, let's just say I'm gonna reach over here like this and pick out some of these lovely blueberries, and I'm just gonna put this 5 gold in your hand right here. Here you go. Tap tap.
Aye, now that be helpful. So listen in, listen closely. He bends over, gets closer to you. You ever had Big League Chew? I'm joking. That was
What
for
you mean, but I am intrigued.
that's for Jam 5 Princess right there.
I saw that.
He leans in and he says, I've been seeing people early in the morning. People I don't recognize, people hooded, cloaked even. They be leaving the sewer real early while I'm setting up my wares, getting ready. Just after sunup. The sun's not even above the city wall and they'll be leaving. I barely see them. They're very sneaky, very sneaky.
Is it normal for people to be coming out of the sewer?
Not at all. To my knowledge, the sewer's a very tiny place. and the fact that people coming out of tallish stature, it's either very impressive or it's some devilish magic.
Which
Very
way
shady,
would that
very
be?
shady indeed. What sewer entrances do you normally see this happening?
Aye, the one right there. He points over to the south. There's a grate kind of outside one of the buildings. There's a Woethel sitting on a bench nearby. He's cloaked and hooded and very clearly trying to keep a low profile.
Okay, we's gonna go look around some more. If you happen to hear or see anything, you just let us know. Obviously, I'm easy to find. Again, my name is Reg. I think I forgot to ask you your name. I am so sorry. That is rude of me.
Oh, you can remember me by my big league chew? I'm joking. He...
Diggles Lee Chewish.
Yes, my name is Chuli Lee.
Julie Lee. You're actually kind of a big fella.
Aye, they call me Large Chuli Lee. Yep. So, he...
I want to
Go ahead.
sort of quietly examine that guy on the bench there to see if he seems to have any interest in us, and also to see if he's armed and knows how to handle himself. I want to try to gauge that.
Ask him if he knows where Splinter is.
That's pretty funny.
Oh, get it.
Go ahead and roll a performance check or a potency check. It's up to you.
All right, I'm going to do this plus 40 potency check. There we go. So
Sweet.
125. 25, exactly.
So you examine the Woethel sitting on the bench, and I'm just going to kind of move everyone around a little bit to make some sense. Pax, you're going to be standing kind of behind the cart a little ways. The Woethel looks like he is sitting, eyeing people as they're walking by. It's very obvious to you, Caden, that he is probably taking inventory of who's in the city, who's wandering around, and what things people can either steal, or whether or not someone may be useful to him or whoever he's serving. You notice just behind him, very carefully covered, are some items. And you see a sack of gold around his waist. It's clear that he may be trying to sell some illicit goods, or maybe some things he's stolen, contraband of sorts. He seems as though he's not trying. If someone walked up to him, he wouldn't just get up and dart. You can tell he's kind of confident in his own ability, and based on the daggers and things strapped to his boots, he's probably quick with a blade, though it's not going to be an outright, strength fight,
Caden, I've got an idea. I'ma go talk to him, and I'ma block his view of that sewer thing, and you can poke around and look at it without drawing attention, okay?
We could definitely do that, but what I'm thinking is maybe we could get we can walk past the grate, taking slight note of it without being too conspicuous, and go check another area out, and we can leave Pax to keep an eye on this guy to see where he goes.
I might go talk to him.
All right, it seems like everybody wants to talk to him, so I guess we'll just roll up to him. that seems
Maybe
like
not.
a plan.
Do you guys want to keep going and I'll talk to him and keep one eye on you guys as well?
What do you feel more comfortable with?
I'm okay just talking to him by myself.
Okay, well, I guess I'll go talk. Is this a person or is that a flower?
Where?
Right here.
Oh, it's a flower.
Yeah,
Okay.
a little flowery flower.
I will go. I figure we go talk to this person over here, so that way if he is eyeballing us, Pax can see that we is drawing attention,
Sounds good.
and we're close enough to help if something happens.
Yeah. Okay, so move your characters around, and then Pax, whenever you are ready to talk, what do you lead with?
I'm leading with some speechcraft. Oh, show. And I just walk up.
Jeez.
Just start singing to him.
Oh, okay. Singing. Good morning, sir. Do you mind if I share your space for a little bit? I've been away from home for a long time, and it's nice to see another Woa.
He stares you up and down for a moment, pondering what to say. He, in a low voice, says, "You can share my space, but you can't share my bench."
No problem. I prefer to stand.
What brings you to the city of Mivra?
Oh, the usual. Checking to see what's available. Checking to see if there's anything we need.
Well, if there's something that maybe the blacksmith can't find, I may be able to help for a price.
Of course.
What is it you seek?
Do you have any of those brass knuckles?
Brass, Athelian,
Yeah,
ebony.
I've been wanting a pair of those.
Got some that may ignite your target in a flyer. Got some that maybe absorb their health, their life force.
Do you have magical weapons?
I have weapons imbued with the finest spell bindings that could be acquired with my very specific skills.
What kind of skills might those be?
Skills that would allow me to acquire things from people that the law might not find legal.
I admire those skills.
I should hope so. Do you wish to learn those skills?
I have some skills of my own. Wouldn't mind picking some extra ones up, but I feel like I can hold my own.
Well, if that's the case, I would appreciate you do something for me to prove yourself, and maybe if you prove to be useful, I can employ you for some other work.
Maybe I do, maybe I don't. What you need?
Meet me here around midnight. But when you meet me here, I want the key to the castle of Mivra.
What are you gonna do with the key to the king's kingdom?
You see, I'll pay
Waltz
you
through
for
the
it.
palace?
You are clearly from out of town. You see, it's a
Duh.
queen, not a king, here in Mivra. And it does not matter what I want it for. If you would like to prove yourself, you'll do this task.
No,
If you-
but see, the key to the queen kingdom doesn't alliterate. But I get you, tough guy.
Words are of no consequence to me. Actions, those speak louder.
So midnight with the key to the queen's castle.
I'll meet you here.
We'll see.
Indeed we shall. Good luck. He kind of gets up and, moseys about. He leaves he leaves his bench. I really want to say he takes his bench with him, but He shall not. So,
Just a little camping bench.
yeah, just a little bit. So he departs. What do you do?
Oh, sorry. I just hit the mouse and I got lost. Since I'm here, let me check out this little grate thing.
Ooh, okay then. Go ahead. Sorry, just random accent change. Go. So this is up to you what you want to roll. You can roll a sneak check. You can roll a performance check. Your call.
I want to roll. Can I roll one then the other? Or are you gonna hold me to just one?
Nope, you get to roll just one.
Okay.
Because it's going to take you about 10 minutes.
Uh-oh.
Whatever ends up happening.
Okay. I'm gonna do. You said sneak or performance.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do sneak since I've got
Skills to pay the bills.
skills to pay the bills.
Okay, go for it.
That is 28. Not a whole lot of skills, but a little bit of skills. Oh, that's not good.
All right, so you look around the sewer grate. You are looking for anything that would indicate that this is some sort of faux entranceway. Though literally everything you're looking at, you even try and lift the grate up, and it's really heavy, like a grate should be, and nothing happens. Like you don't find anything. It just looks like a normal grate.
Well, that was dumb.
Would you like to communicate with the rest of your group?
Yeah. Are you guys talking to this guy yet, or no?
I would assume we have been in the meantime.
Okay.
Yeah. What were you planning on asking him? I can just give you like a Cliff Notes version.
Well, first and foremost, the old "Hello, I'm Reg. What's your name? Would you like a blueberry?"
He took the blueberry.
Great.
No, Reg stole a blueberry.
Reg, what would your mother say?
Well, no, I paid for it.
Okay.
So, what are you trying to get out of this guy?
Kind of running the same thing of, hey, I've heard there's some trouble. You noticed anything weird or out of the ordinary yourself?
He just communicates the murders. He said he does need help retrieving the key from the Battle Mage Lieutenant, so he can try and get some of his fellow Vasilician Legacy members out of the facility. So it's up to you if you want to help him or not. He says it on the hush hush.
He's one of them.
Yeah, it's almost as though they don't think he's part of their organization. He just happens to be a merchant that's selling summoning stuff and magical spells. But in reality, he is part of the organization that they've just happenstantially overlooked.
So we'll give him a kind of on the sly, just so you know, we's investigating to try and clear y'all's name.
He says, "Ah, yes. Well, then I hope you are capable of doing that."
Me too.
Excellent.
Do you,
I jokingly say, unless you did it.
I assure you we did not. At this point, Pax is going to walk up behind you as you kind of end that conversation.
Hey, you
hello,
guys.
stranger. I am Reg. Who are you?
Oh, hello,
Would you like a
Reg.
blueberry?
Thank you. Hey, Kaden and Reg. So, homeboy over there, with all of his goods and things, had a proposition. He wants the key to the castle, and he wants it at midnight tonight. any interest.
Well, let's go over here.
Where are we going?
Oh,
Away
come on,
from
man.
people.
There you go.
Okay.
Away from pioneers.
So I don't know how useful he would be, except for he's a sneak thief and a spy.
Well, I mean, it sounds like he wouldn't know what type of key we gave him anyways. We could just get a key.
You think?
Yeah, and just see what's going on. See what they have to see what's going on there. I got a feeling that if we were to try to provide this item to him, he's gonna kill us.
Maybe.
He's gonna try. I mean, he's not gonna be able to. He's gonna try to kill us.
So you said that they had some unique items.
Yeah, he has a lot of weapons endued with magical powers. Like knuckles that could suck life force from people and
Wait,
spread fire over them.
ain't that two of the things they said happen?
I wonder if our assassins have been purchasing their items from this gentleman.
Or he is one of them.
Maybe.
If they got a stockpile of magical things and they pop out the sewer and just go kill folk.
Maybe.
Okay, I've got another idea, and once again, it might be real dumb.
Okay, can I run this by you first, though?
Oh, of course, it might be way better.
So I checked out the sewer. I didn't see anything. It looked normal. Did you guys happen to check it out at all when you walked past?
Oh yeah, we didn't roll anything, did we? Can we glance over our shoulders?
Well, as she brings that up, you both kind of feel like, oh, well, I mean, yeah, let's look at it. Maybe, you know, different perspectives on things may help. So you can choose to roll either a sneak check or a performance check, whichever you would prefer.
Reg will be rolling a sneak check.
I rolled a performance check.
Okay.
101.
So, as Caden peers down, he basically does the same thing Pax kind of did. Reg, you're helping out with everything. And after about 7 to 8 minutes, none of you have found anything that would indicate this is some sort of literally anything besides a sewer grate. You find it weird that the farmer told you that people were coming in and out of it. Reg, just before you kind of give up, you think to yourself, well, I'm a strong boy. Maybe I'll just lift it up. And so you pick up the sewer grate, and it's not as heavy as it seems. It definitely is odd that you can pick it up, because you've lifted sewer grates before, and you know it's not just like a bend over pickup. It's like you got to really manhandle the thing. And so as you lift the sewer grate up, everyone kind of peers down, wondering like, oh well, I mean, now I can see better what's down here. And you see the sunlight hit just perfectly a metal, almost like a metal floor of a lift down at the very bottom of the sewer.
Ooh.
Well, that is something.
It's like loosely covered with debris and stuff, so that, you know, just the normal person looking through the sewer grate couldn't really tell. But now that you don't have the sewer grate and you can kind of really stick your head in and focus in the darkness a little bit, with the light bouncing off the metal, you realize that this is, in fact, some sort of entryway to a hidden area.
Gentlemen.
Want to come back when things are a little darker here? When they're not, you know, people aren't watching us so closely.
So at this point, it's been, you know, evening for a while. And you kind of have been noticing as time has gone on, people start departing. Like your farmer up here, he gone. Same with the worker. The guards have kind of stayed out and about, but they've also at this point been, given indication of your role in the investigation. So.
Okay.
Have the murders been happening in the evening?
It's kind of
Or
been
do we...
all over. You've heard reports
Okay.
of them happening in the middle of the day. You've heard reports of
Okay.
them being in the black of night.
That
Do we
kind of
want
rules
to-
out vampires, huh?
Potentially.
Unless they have some sort of shield.
Son.
Do we want to go down the sewer?
Well, we could do.
Yes.
We could treat this in one of two ways, I figure.
Caden just leaps down.
And I grab his cloak. No!
The question is, the guards here know what we're here for. They know we're helping them investigate. Would it be helpful to let them know we found something and that we go in case we need some backup? Or, to help go, hey, look, we're starting to find evidence that something is afoot here, and please don't kill those nice people in the big building.
Well, just because you found a secret area doesn't mean that they are in fact the culprits. You'll need a little bit more to persuade them than that.
Let's go down the
If we
secret
need the
sewer.
guards, we can run to them or something like that. I don't think I want them knowing anything more than.
Not if we in a tunnel.
Secret sewer!
Secret tunnel.
I'm hoping we'll be able to leave if things get that hairy.
The other thing too
I really
is
don't
that the
want-
guards
I really
are
don't want
spread
a lot
thin.
of people knowing what we're doing.
Yeah.
The gentleman, the other legacy guy left. Crud.
And they're
good.
all under quarantine right now anyhow, besides him.
Well, no, yeah, the fake guy. I was gonna say if we could have tipped him off to be like, if something happens, tell the gods. Mm-hmm. Can I fit in that sewer? Actually,
Yeah, it's deceptively large.
Do we need to refresh wards or are they still active?
They are gone at this point. It's been several hours now.
Neat. Are we going down the sewer?
Let's do it, and we'll pop some off. Actually, you know what? I always delay things, and I pretend that the traps don't exist in this world, and it always bites me. So let's go ahead and take care of that now. You are absolutely right, Pat.
you did get shish kebabbed.
I go
And
ahead and
traps.
I put a ward on Reg and myself.
I'll ward myself.
And
They've got
then,
the advancements to double it, right? To 20,
What's that?
or was that just for time?
No, I did get the restoration on one of these pages. I have restoration, which doubles my healing and wards.
Yeah, does that double just the time or like the armor rating?
It doubles the base.
Okay.
Yeah,
It
that's,
doesn't.
I have that as
It does
well.
not do anything for the
The damage.
armor rating. It does the damage it absorbs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So right now you guys have wards that I think do 80. They ward 80 points of damage, but their armor rating it gives you is only plus 10.
Okay. Just thought I'd check.
Yep.
Ooh.
So as you
I
descend,
like that new chart here, though.
yeah, I took some. We've been collecting edits for like almost 2 years now, and so we're finally able to sit down and do them. So as you descend into the sewer, you're able to get down fairly simply. You notice that on the inside of the grate, kind of on the wall, there was a little button, and when you pushed it, the lift started to come up. And so you push the button again, lift is going down, and it gets to the bottom, and you're in a little area that, again, you could barely tell looking from above that it is anything other than just a sewer area. But you noticed, right in front of you, there's like a winding stair that kind of circles around that grate itself, and it's not really connected to the rest of the sewer system. It's literally just this one platform that the grate is connected to. So it's kind of odd, but
I'm curious. Is this mechanism mechanical or magical?
mechanical.
Oh, okay.
What is this right here?
It's just a torch.
Neat.
Can it be moved?
Yeah, can I take that with us?
Yeah, definitely. It's not lit right now, even though the artwork indicates that it is.
Does anyone have a flint and steel?
I've got Bernie. I could just light him up.
Oh, true.
That is very factual. So, Reg takes out Bernie and ignites the torch for you. Pax, you have a torch in your hand.
Thank you. Everybody look for traps. Just saying.
Search for clues.
Yeah, friendly reminder.
Where can put blues clues? Would that be a sneak check? Oop.
Yep. Dang, how'd you roll the same thing twice, Reg?
I don't know. It's what happened the last few weeks. I'll roll like 3 6s and 3 4s.
Yeah. Pax, what about your roll?
I really need to add some sneaky advancements, but that's what I got.
Nice. Caden, you're walking forward, and as you're walking forward, Reg goes, stop, stop, stop! Grabs you.
That's pretty good.
You get right there. Reg grabs you here. Pax walks forward and clearly sees what Reg saw. There are holes in the floor that you think have some sort of trigger, but spikes are definitely going to come out and impale whoever walks on them.
We have done this before.
How do we get to the other side? Oh, wait. I still have, I'm still carrying 3 rocks with me
Okay.
from...
Yeah, toss them.
Let me throw one of my rocks, like, pretty hard, like, down at, just, like, to skibble across this area.
What a great word, skibble. Okay,
Skibble.
skibble them across. Skibbly dibbly doo. So Pax tosses one of the rocks from Castle Morvale, which, it's traveled some distance at this point, onto the floor where the spike trap is. And as soon as it impacts and skids a little bit, the spikes just fling out full force. And thankfully, as opposed to the other trap, they just stay there. So you guys can kind of finagle your way through the different spikes without getting impaled, and kind of mosey past them. Your rock wasn't destroyed at all. You can pick up the Morvale rock if you would like.
Cool. Okay. Get my
Smart
rock
thinking.
back.
Yeah. All right. So
Excellent work.
down this hallway is that.
Check again.
All right, everyone roll. Caden, great roll.
are definitely no
Natural
traps here.
3. Caden walks confidently down.
Oh, no.
Everything is fine.
Thankfully, both Reg and Pax indicate as Caden is walking that everything is okay. There's nothing to be afraid of. There are no traps
I know that
here.
there's nothing to be afraid of. I just checked.
I'm capable.
I'm independent.
The stairway winds again, going back up from where you came. And you notice on the far corner where the next bend is, there is... It's kind of weird. It's like chains hanging from the ceiling, but there is very clearly electricity running through them and sparking left and right. Think of it like an electrical curtain. You don't really know what's going on there or how it's happening, but you do get the sense that there is some sort of potent art at play here.
I try to do a potency check, I guess it would be, for determining what type of magic it is. Like, is it a rune or
Yeah, go for it.
that sort of thing. I'm gonna do this at plus 50, so just add 50 to the roll.
Okay.
71.
Cool. So, and that deducts from your health. So you are, without a doubt, certain that this is an elementalism-based trap. It's very clear that someone has adjusted the lightning bolt spell to basically be permanent and cast onto these chains. So I mean, it's kind of an advanced trap for what it is, and it's definitely not cheap. But you also know that there is you don't know that there's a way to just disable it via mechanism. It would probably need to be negated somehow via spell.
I got you, and we're fresh out of negate scrolls.
Is there... No. Hold on.
Was it on the floor only?
They're hanging
Does it
from the
look
ceiling.
like we could jump past it without triggering anything?
They're far enough apart where you would have to be masterfully able to dodge them. But there does seem to be a very narrow path that Caden and Pax can get through. Reg, you're good luck, man. You're gonna have to either eat it or help figure out some way to negate it.
I mean, if one of you can make it through, maybe there's a switch on the other side or something.
Well, let's check this side for a switch, why don't we?
You know what? It's not the worst idea.
Go ahead and roll.
I'm useless.
So you don't see a device on this side of the trap. You see a little wall panel on the other side of the trap.
Well,
You want to hit that with the rock?
yeah, sure. I also have electric arrows. I don't know if using electricity on electricity is...
You don't think that would help, really?
Okay, just checking.
Would help.
I don't guess pickpocketing helps me at all in this.
No, but your ranged bonus does. This is technically a ranged attack.
For
throwing the rock.
at the panel.
Oh, for throwing the rock? Oh, like at the panel?
Yes. See if you can trigger it that way, and then
Alright.
maybe it'll disable it.
Let me, here, hold my torch.
You hand your torch to Caden. Caden does one of
You might wanna
the,
back up.
or Pax does one of the Indiana Jones weighs the rock while she's eyeing where she's aiming at. The chains are kind of swaying left and right slightly, and she kind of winds up for her attack. And she rolls a 155. Great roll. She nails it dead in the center, hits the button presses in, the electricity stops. And you can, it almost sounds like a timer clicking, like tick, 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 tick.
Oh, I start moving.
Okay, kids. Let's go.
All right. Perfect.
Any particular reason why you wanted a torch instead of your light spell thingy that you learned?
No, because I totally forgot about it and I like fire. I'll take my torch back. Thank you.
She matter-of-factly takes her torch back. So if you'd like to look for traps again, you're welcome to, and you can kind of see where the platform leads down a little ways more, or up a little ways more, rather. Caden and Reg are confident, as is Pax, that there are no traps. And so even rounding the corner, like I said, you're very confident that there are no traps around. So you can get all the way here, and you notice a door at the end of this corridor. The
ground looks funny here.
Yeah, it's like roots, growing into. It's just uneven ground. It's very clearly not a trap because you can see some of the roots poking out. There's dirt and some other stuff there. But on the door front, right here to the south of you, it's a reinforced door, no doubt about that. And on the handle, you notice an inscription.
What's it
Can any of
say?
us
I try to read it.
It's just written straight in Athelian, and it says, "Those who are welcome may enter. Those who are unwelcomed, prepare yourself."
Well, we is prepared.
Maybe we should say thank you before we go through the door. Because welcome, thank you, you're welcome.
Hello, door. I'm Reg.
The door doesn't respond.
Where's the
I'm just going on the whole
speak friend and
this.
enter?
Yeah, speak friend and enter. The simplest answer is the correct one.
Let's check the door for traps.
Do
Make a roll.
The traps in this place are so obvious. This is clearly not a trap.
Pax kind of looks it over and goes, "Absolutely, this is not a trap."
It's a door.
Is it locked?
Jeez.
I'll open it.
Oh, okay.
So the door swings open, and you are met lovingly with some Silver Shadow assassins.
Hooray!
The one closest turns to you and says, "You're not supposed to be here. What are you doing here?"
Get him!
Oh, we're the new recruits.
Yeah, can I shoot him?
If you would like to, yes.
Reg is already switching to his crossbow.
Where's
Okay.
our bunks at?
Hold on, I want to see this.
You want to see Reg attack or Caden try and talk his way through this? Okay. So the Silver Shadow operative says, You're not one of the recruits. You are literally the people who have been plaguing our organization."
I held with a sword.
Of course.
We wanted to play.
Reg is ready to fire immediately.
Okay. As you see Caden draw his sword and attack, Reg, you also fire. Pax, you were also prepared. You may fire as well if you would like.
Body system.
I have my bow and my fun new my new bow and my new electricity bolts.
Nice.
Who's going first?
Doesn't
I'll go
matter. Just
first.
make some rolls.
Oh,
Dang.
I crit.
Yeah, you do.
oh! Do I even need to fire at this point? Can I fire at this guy beyond?
So we'll do just for the surprise round before initiative. We'll do Reg, Pax, Caden.
All right.
Because Caden,
We'll roll
you
initiative.
have the more obvious action in drawing your blade.
Does
So-
this count as a sneak attack? Because that's important for me.
It does.
Oh,
Neat. I get a plus 50 for sneak.
yeah.
Awesome.
Speaking of which, I've got the thing where sneaks become ×3, but it says it doesn't affect crits. So what do I go with on that? What's the multiplier?
So basically, this is just 3.
Okay, so ×3.
Oh, I can't do math. I'm weird.
So how much damage do you deal, Reg?
Hold on, math is hard.
Yep.
I thought I had it, and switching the multipliers messed me up. Hold on.
I'm not sure I did that right, but there it is.
Wow, you
what's
guys
the-
are crushing it.
Yeah, it's
So-
a natural 90. The 90 is from your advancement. 50 is your bonus to sneak attacks, and
Yes.
26 is
So
your
this
weapon,
was-
right?
Correct.
Then yes, that's a
This was the
correct roll.
guy. This was the guy I hit, and I hit him for 560 damage.
Oh my.
You nearly doubled the amount of health that he had in damage. He's dead.
I do
Pax-
get second shot. Am I able to aim on that one too?
You can fire, but it will not be a sneak attack.
Yeah, I get you.
Two of 4 hits. How much damage?
170. Ice damage.
Nice. Pax, your roll hits, and is that a critical or no? Or no, it's a sneak attack.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, did you add the plus 25?
to what?
I guess it doesn't matter. Never mind.
Huh?
Oh, from the unaware.
Yeah. But I
Well-
guess it would hit anyways.
Yeah, yeah.
I add 50 for critical hit and sneak attack.
So, how much damage do you deal, Pax?
How do I know how much damage I rolled a 256? How do I know?
So you get 90 from your advancements plus 26 from your weapon.
Correct.
So that's 116. And then do you get a multiplier? Did you take that advancement?
I don't think so.
Okay, so
just
that means
double.
it does 232 damage, which kills
She does
him.
get the plus 50 also at the end of that. But
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
if it kills, it kills.
Yeah.
We'll take it.
All right, Caden. You get a second shot, I think, too.
Oh, I do get a second shot.
So you
Can I move forward in between the two shots? Or can
yeah.
I see this guy from where I am?
You can move forward in between the two shots.
Okay, I'm just gonna kind of scamper up here and
Go for it.
get this guy here.
Now,
who's
now
very-
this is not a sneak attack. This is a regular
Correct.
attack.
So this is just gonna be plus
116.
116.
I am straight up gonna fumble with the way you guys are rolling.
Yeah,
Well, I rolled a natural 27, so
so you hit the statue right next to him.
aww.
That was a warning.
Yeah, we coming for you. Caden, it is your turn. As you draw your sword, the two people in front of you fall to the ground dead, multiple arrow wounds, and one
Nice
ice
work,
wound.
team. So I'm gonna attack this guy with the crystal sword.
All right. It is a whiff, like you spoke into existence a moment ago.
I'm gonna hit him with the crystal sword again.
Go for it. There it is. So he takes 71 damage.
Excellent. And then I'm going to use my left hand and cold gust, and
Okay.
I'll take 25 damage for that.
Okay, I'm gonna remove the 25 from you. And then that is definitely a hit. How much? 120?
120.
Nice. Very cool. All right, you've done some significant damage to him. Everyone go ahead and roll initiative now. Oh boy. Somehow I'm in front of you though, Caden.
Everybody's in front of me. It's always the case. I do not do well on first strike initiative type stuff.
Pax is behind you though. In order.
Yeah, mine was the worst.
Reg, go ahead and take your turn.
Hey, Reg is running in. How do you do? Hello, I'm Reg. Who is you? Actually, I don't care.
The most
It's going
unpolite
to-
Reg has ever been.
What would your mother say?
Leave mommy out of this. So Reg is going for this guy here.
Okay. That is a hit. How much damage?
170. And firing again, as I'm assuming he's still good.
Yeah.
That crits.
He's dead.
Woo wee.
What's that? 340?
It was like something. Yeah,
Something like that.
it's like 340 plus 50 on crit.
Yeah, he long gone. All right. After
If he
that,
survived, I'd get a stun chance.
yeah, he would. After that, they are the two that are left are gonna like kind of freak out. So Reg, this is to you. Hold on 1 second.
This is a vast improvement in Reg's archery skills.
Does 180 hit you?
It will not hit me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Reg has got an upgrade.
Dang, nice. All right, so 2 ice arrows fling from the Silver Shadow Assassin on the far end of the hall. And for whatever reason, he is just flustered and they completely miss. Caden, the one in front of you tries to hit you with an ice arrow and it explodes in his face. Actually, he takes half of the damage he would deal because of that, and you can roll a stamina check if you would like to try and avoid some of the collateral damage of that.
Oh yeah, if I'm going to potentially take damage from his action, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I use all my stamina for it, so 100 plus this, 168.
Yeah, you're good. You kind of back out of the way a little bit, and you're totally fine. Does 152 hit you, Caden?
It most certainly does. Let me see what actually my target is. The target is right now for me, actually.
And you're warded, correct?
I am warded.
Cool. So you only take 15 damage from that then.
Okay.
Your ward is broken though. With that, it is Caden's turn.
You said 15 came through, right?
Yeah, I already deducted it.
Oh, you already deducted it? Okay, oops.
You're good.
All right, I am going to whack him with my sword.
Go for it.
Oh, actually, I just blew all my stamina. Can I even swing?
Yeah. Stamina is for more exhaustive actions.
Like power attacks and stuff, right?
Power attacks, swimming, doing any like major leaps and bounds, stuff like that. Basic actions like walking and attacking, no biggie.
120, did I whiff?
Yeah, that's a miss. He kind of ducks out of the way.
That's a whiff.
Oh man.
And then a cold gust.
Okay, so you swing once, he dodges out of the way. You swing twice, he ducks the other way this time. And in sheer anger, you, as hard as you can, fling a cold gust at him. He flings up against the wall, and as he's traveling in the air, he is turned to ice and he shatters against the wall. And there are just little chunks of what used to be this guy made of ice strewn about the floor.
Nice.
Pax, it is your turn.
I have a question about Ranger. It says on a successful critical hit with a ranged weapon, you have a 15% chance to paralyze the target for 2 turns. Only affects target of my level or lower.
Yes.
How do I utilize that? Like,
So basically, when you get a critical hit on somebody, you would just say, "Hey, he's got a 15% chance to be paralyzed," and then he has to roll that as mischance. So he would just roll a straight 1d100. Anything, 1 to 15, he's paralyzed.
but that's you saying, "Oh, he got a critical hit."
Yeah, that's
Like you
that's
have to tell
when-
me that.
No, you alert me to that. It's when you get a critical hit, you paralyze the guy.
Yeah.
How do I know?
If either of my 2 shots that I did that critted, if those guys had lived, we would have then rolled a stun chance on them.
Okay.
You crit on a 95 or greater unless you take an advancement that increases your crit chance. Like with my crystal sword, I now crit on a 91 or higher.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
that's what we do with marksman.
Not that I'm going to ever roll one of those.
Okay, I'm not.
You never know.
Plus, alright, I'm gonna shoot this guy. And and I don't get my 50 anymore, but I do get 116.
That would be a critical hit. So in this case, you have 116 damage that you deal, multiplied by 2, so that's 232 damage. You also get from your advancement an additional 50 damage done when you do a critical hit. And so now I have to roll a chance to see if I'm stunned. So he's going to roll 1d100. He got a 63, which is above the 15% mark, because we do lower is better for that. So he's not stunned, but if he would have rolled anywhere from 1 to 15, he would be stunned for however many turns. So
Should we take him alive?
now you also have a second attack.
Do you want to take him alive, Reg?
I mean, should we? Would it be easier if we
Question
had
him?
proof?
Sure. Can I scamper across and hold him with an arrow to his throat?
Yeah, he backs down in fear and says, "Don't kill me! Don't kill me! Don't kill me!"
Reg, would you like to come introduce yourself to this gentleman?
Hello, I'm Reg.
Hi.
I'm gonna have to break your fingers. I'm sorry.
No, please don't! Please don't! I'm already in so much pain.
Well, I want to make sure you don't try and throw any magic at me buddies.
Are you really about to break his fingers?
Is he one of the spellcasters?
Every Silver Shadow operative you've seen thus far can cast spells.
Maybe we tie him up.
Caden, do you need your fingers to cast spells? If I break them, will he not be able to hurt you?
Yeah, you can go ahead and do that.
I'm gonna break his
Example.
fingers.
Roll a stamina check. Or an unarmed attack, your call.
Maybe
right.
we could not break his fingers
Too late.
so that he can concentrate.
He exclaims as his fingers are broken.
Sorry, I gotta make sure my buddies is safe.
I'm gonna cast heal on myself. Quick heal.
How much?
I'll net 172.
Nice.
So that should top me off.
Yeah, you should. You're back at full health.
Well,
All
I'm
right.
going to address the Silver Shadow and just say, you see, I'm trying to keep you safe. You
Fine.
should probably give us some information.
What information do you need?
Is the Silver Shadow responsible for these murders?
Yes. I was given the task of ending the Vasilisian legacy here in Mivra to prevent you from finding anything else out about the Soul Siphon.
Ooh, you can tell us about the Soul Siphon.
I don't know anything about the Soul Siphon. I was just
Sure
trying
you
to prevent
do.
you guys from finding out anything. It's need to know. My leaders know. I don't know.
Well,
Well, all right, it's a good thing. As long as you're talking, you're living. So,
Yeah, as long as you cooperate and you come and tell that story to them gods, we promise we ain't gonna kill you. Do you
Okay.
understand?
I'll cooperate.
We's
what's
gonna tie
behind
you
this
up.
door
though.
over here?
Hold on, Caden. We should tie him up and search around before we start going through doors.
I was asking him what's behind it.
okay. Yep, sorry.
He says, there's two doors. There's one behind me you can't see, and then that's the exit way. The exit way.
Oh, nice.
What's behind the other one?
I don't know. That's the one that I'm curious in now. Let's search this thing for traps while you tie him up.
He kind of elbows
Rest backing away.
he elbows one of the stones in the doorway, and part of the wall just kind of indents and then opens into a
treasure
small
chest.
room. There's a chest inside.
Are there any traps in that room?
Yeah, we checking for traps.
Well,
There
just
are
throw the guy
definitely
in
no
first.
traps.
Are there any traps inside the chest? I
No,
don't know,
the-
like
We need to-
fire that engulfs you.
What do we
It-
need to roll to tie him up?
He's tied. Like you
Okay.
guys have really like he doesn't have a lot of life left in him to begin with. So
What is this right here?
that's like a little altar area thing, and some foot lockers in the beds. Nothing of particular value in the foot lockers.
Okay.
Just like standard issue cloaks and stuff.
I want to go through the guy's pockets.
Yeah,
All right.
we should check all the bodies and him
What?
as well as the treasure.
Oh, true. What has it got? Pockets.
He's wearing a full set of studded leather armor. If anyone would like another set, in his
not
pockets he has
anymore.
45 gold. And then, are we going through the chest?
Yeah.
Yes.
What about the
Sure.
corpses?
In total, the rest of the corpses have 30 gold total on them between all of them. In the chest, you find 980 gold and 3 magic items.
Oh my god.
A flying carpet.
Yep.
This is the greatest day of my life.
The things that you find 10 improved underling throwing daggers of plus 10 electrical damage. You find a flying carpet of plus 2 movement speed. And then you also find a ebony halberd of plus 20 ice damage.
That's a full weapon, right?
Yes.
What was just before the ice damage halberd? It was the flying carpet.
Flying
with
carpet.
Yep.
what movement speed bonus?
Plus 2.
Plus 2 movement.
Yep.
Reg is just becoming a walking magical weapon.
Yeah, for real. So I'm gonna kind of illuminate the rest of this area, so you can kind of see the doorway he was talking about leads kind of windy again and up to another small stairway. I'm gonna switch scenes on us. And so as he leads you up and about, gotta find where you guys were now. As he leads you up and about, it's still, pretty late, obviously. And you get towards like a little door at the end of that little hallway, and he pushes a button and a small little piece of stone kind of moves out of the way, and you notice that you are now standing almost in the base of this statue, stepping out into the town square. And so the hideout was literally in the main statue in front of the castle this whole time. And so there were the 2 entryways and exits that people could have been coming in and out of. The Mivra lieutenant is back up by the Vasilician legacy.
Shall we take our prize up to...
Absolutely.
Yup.
I'll move
The faster we
everybody.
turn this guy over, the faster we're done with that part.
Good
Well, let's-
morning, Mr. Grumpy Pants.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, new friend, what was your name?
James.
Okay, James. We met a thiefy fella by the sewer entrance. Was he with y'all, or was he doing his own thing?
He's someone we've been paying to be a lookout. He starts coughing up blood.
He did a bad
Oh, you know what? I hit him with a heal, but can I keep it? I heal his wounds except for his fingers. I try to do that.
Yeah, that's fine. You kind of just give him more life force.
Yeah, I hit him with he gets 120 back. I take 75.
Okay, cool.
You've seen what we can do. Don't try anything funny.
We won't. The guards will probably have me too. You walk all the way back to outside the Vasilician Legacy, and the lieutenant kind of looks you over and says, what friend have you made here?
This is James. He's with the Silver Shadow. Them fellas we told you about.
The Silver
And they got-
Shadow.
Yep.
They're the
Got a little
ones.
talk. Sorry, go ahead, Pax.
Sorry. They're the ones responsible for your murders. Aren't you, James?
He says, indeed, indeed we are. I was paid by my superiors to frame the Vasilician Legacy so that we could end their presence in the city, and so that we could advance our own nefarious purposes.
Ooh, nefarious, James. Where'd you learn such a big word?
That's a good one. I'm gonna write that down.
I can't go back. Either hide me away or kill me. If they find out I've spoken, I'll be as good as dead anyhow.
Is there any sort of witness protection program in this city?
The battle mage lieutenant kind of weighs his options in front of you. You can see him kind of thinking through some stuff. He says, the only witness protection that I can give is in the dungeon.
Do you feel safe in a dungeon?
He says, in Mivra, the dungeon. You gotta go through a lot of things to get there. I'll be all right in there.
Okay.
Where's
sounds good.
other guy?
He's inside the building.
Oh, right.
Yeah, can we tell Vaughn the good news that you ain't gonna kill all of them?
He says, I think that would be news to be heard coming from you. He takes the Silver Shadow assassin away towards the castle. And as this happens, you enter the room, enter the Vasilician Legacy through their portal.
By the way, real quick, before he left, Reg would have handed him a handwritten note of the instructions for their secret entryways.
Oh, perfect.
With all the notes of look out for traps.
Yeah. So, as you enter the Vasilician Legacy, Vaughn walks forward, and this is where we'll kind of end it for the evening. Now that the accusations of murder against the Vasilician Legacy have been proven false, the Mivra guards apologize to them and reinstate their order. Their head researcher, Vaughn, makes it known that the research facility will be open tomorrow, as there's much to prepare still, having had no chance to properly close down. He thanks you and says, we may speak tomorrow. Get some rest, and takes this. He hands you a book, and as you open it, it turns into an Athelian Spear of Returning.
What the?
Is there any way I can, pocket that little baby dragon?
Is the baby dragon here?
For reference, the baby dragon is that large.
Oh, the baby dragon!
Look at it, be so cute.
So,
Ride him. Oh, there we are.
we'll end it there for the evening. And then we'll kind of hang out for a moment, or at least I will. Whoever else needs to run off can. But we'll answer questions in chat and all that fun stuff. But I wanted to say thank you to everyone who's watching, everyone who has subscriptions now and all that fun stuff. We're so enthused that we get to continue to do this and continue to just have fun and advance this thing. Yeah. So we hope you enjoyed it. Definitely tune in next week. We hope you have an amazing rest of yours. Have a great evening.